So you had a decompression a few years back. Tell me about that. When was it?
That would be May of 2017.
So about 3 years
Yep.
ago.
Yep.
And more actually, 3.5 years ago.
Yep.
Now, how long did that surgery help you?
Only for about 3 to 4 months.
Okay, and in that procedure, actually, they took the pressure off. They didn't stop they didn't take the complete bad disc out. They just took the pressure off, and that bad disc produced more material that again pushed on the nerves. And we call that reherniation, we call that stenosis if it pushed on the nerve and so on. But the pain was back, and then you had that pain for 3 more years before you and we start doing something for that. How bad was the pain before our surgery? First with the back and then in the leg.
I would say it got to 10 plus.
In the back?
Yep.
Okay.
The back and left side.
And leg pain as well, was that high?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep. I slept for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours
Wow.
every night.
Wow. That I bet that was really limiting you in your daily life.
Yes, especially when you have
Yeah.
children
I
and
know.
work.
Well, absolutely. Now, the surgery was just about 4 months ago, right?
Yep.
In that surgery, I'm going to turn around. What we did the L4-5S1 fusion. We took the bad disc completely out. We didn't just trim it like the last surgery. And I see here, you see that white inside of that cage is the bone growing as well. I see that here in the bottom one as well, the bone is growing. In your surgery, because the bone or the facet here in the back was growing really bad, I couldn't get a direct approach. If you remember, we might have talked about it, that I had to make a window here to get in, and we call it Trans-facet OLLIF. It's a variation of the OLLIF that we have invented actually. But we could get the surgery done, we could get the cage in, and here is the bottom disc that is exactly where it needs to be. And that is the path of the disc, that cage that went in. And I see actually bone starting to grow. It is actually pretty good. Bone is growing here. So it's the weak bone at this point, but it's going to get stronger. And again, here bone is growing in the back, and that is growing because we use a actual device to grind the surface of the bone to make it grow together, because that's what we want. Now, everything is perfect actually. Bone is growing, everything is in the right place, and we are just 4 months after the surgery. Let me ask you some basic question. How long did you stay in the hospital?
2 nights.
2 nights. And how long after the surgery? Did you walk same day? Did you walk?
The very next
day.
morning.
So, okay. And how long at home were you back? Did it take for you to be back on your basic daily activity? Do take care of your basic needs. How long did it take?
I would say 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days.
Aside from being able to put my own socks and shoes on.
Yeah. So, and the pain was 10 plus before the surgery. How bad is the pain in the back now?
0 to 2.
Okay. And in the leg, how bad is the pain in the leg?
0 to 4 or 5.
So on the imaging side, everything is good, and on the clinical side, you have significant improvement, but you had some nerve still numbness and so on.
Yep.
Did you have it before the surgery?
Yes.
Okay. And can you describe to me where that numbness and it was in the leg before the surgery?
Started at about the middle of my foot,
Mm-hmm.
and then just radiated up.
Mm-hmm. What is still there from what you had before?
Only from about the middle of my foot to
Mhm.
about right here.
Okay, and that is we call that L5 nerve root. That is the nerve root that comes out through this hole here. But you as well told me something about your bottom of your foot. What did you tell me?
The bottom of my foot actually now is hypersensitive.
Hypersensitive. Okay. Now, how was it before the surgery? Was it numb before the surgery, or?
It was. Yes.
Yes. See, imagine when you lay on your arm and your arm goes sleep. First, when you wake up, it's completely numb. It's almost dead. You feel nothing. Then all of a sudden you feel this like a pins and needle tingling.
Yep.
And then sometime as well it becomes hypersensitive, like you feel the shooting pain going down the fingers, and then it becomes normal. These are stage of nerve healing. So obviously for years it was pressure on it, it has been damaged, and now it's trying to recover. In a slow motion, it's the same as when you sleep on your arm and when it comes back to life. first is numb and is practically has very little function, but then it wakes up and first thing you notice is some tingling and pins and needles. And then it becomes hypersensitive with the shooting pain, with the, like a jolt. Some of my patients say it's like a, sometimes for a few seconds burning or pain, like electricity going down. But then slowly it becomes normal. That can take, unfortunately, up to 6 months if it has been there for a long time. Sometimes that can take a long time. So these are what you just described me is a middle of the road healing process of the nerve. It can be a little, annoying, but it's a good sign because that nerve don't complain. If the nerve is complaining, meaning that nerve is working and it's going to come back to life. Okay? So I'm overall so far happy with the result of the surgery.
I'm amazed.
Thank you very much. Now, any other questions that you want me to answer on the camera? Any comment?
I'm happy to be able to play with my children again.
Yes, well, thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate that.